Fiji is well known of its beaches. Green beaches, what we see in videos, in advertisements. But this is something sad to see how plastics has been affecting the communities, our ecosystem. We all depend on fishing, mangroves, farming, and this is a big effect, especially on communities that rely on this. So plastic, it's a big problem for us. It's about time that we start doing something about it.
More than 500 million plastic Fiji water bottles are produced and exported from Fiji every year. The premium bottled water brand is the island nation's largest export, its largest single taxpayer, and a major employer. But plastic is also the country's most problematic pollutant. Out of Fiji's 332 islands, there is only one sanitary landfill and 2 municipal dumps. So, trash disposal is limited, costly, and logistically difficult. As a result, most of Fiji's plastic waste is burned, buried, or dumped into the environment. Fiji Water runs a bottle buyback program with Coca-Cola, paying 5 Fijian cents, or 2 US cents, per bottle.
Yeah. The one I go and sell it to the Coca-Cola factory. This one I'll burn it.
Most of this is Fiji water.
Mm-mm.
That bag, how much will you get?
This bag, this one I'll pay. That's boy $20. This all this thing 1, 2, 1, 2, and this.
Plastic products that are not part of the Fiji Coca-Cola buyback program often end up in a burn pile. Bottles that are sold to the buyback program must be cleaned first. Then they are sent to Australia to be recycled, as Fiji does not have its own recycling facilities. Washing it must be difficult.
Mm.
How do you wash it?
Wash it with water and shampoo.
Shampoo?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should give us 20 cents one bottle, because the hard work we do it. Some more bottle. Ano po ni beta pa yung single take na Coca-Cola, pati kina plastic na kaya pa kwando ka mamiway lang ando wakamay. Kaya nilitra nga wan maniwandin din na taksan din tiya mi barom na kam. Ando uli no rede ni rotawan na tangar ba dire may way. Ano nito sa semandangan wan ito tumita ba. Diba yung satu no ko ni wakamake na plastic. Burning plastic releases toxic gases, threatening vegetation, wildlife, and human health. So kung doon yung bakilay nendo may ronga ba kiyo ira ko baling bula kaya medo virai sa mga kay may pamatal ta katuna tamban yung bulan no nandaw kamanadam malabit kumbong dawla ko maya tabaw to medyo ya yo no ko sakarte ang kailangan matakalilisin dawla kay natin.
Each village or each household, I would say, is expected to find ways to manage their waste. So many of these wastes, this rubbish, are buried or burned. And if they're buried, with a small landmass and our changing sea levels and very strong tidal forces, these rubbish or wastes are unearthed and make its way into our oceans. And if they're burned, they pose another threat to all those toxic fumes engulfing our villages, our homes.
Plastic has become a $712 billion a year industry with no signs of slowing down. Here in Fiji, there are some local efforts to track it and hold polluters responsible.
So this is a trash boom prototype that we fabricated locally. So it's a partnership with UNDP Accelerator Lab Pacific Office. So the purpose of this is to trap plastics and debris and white goods that's been leaking into the ocean, affecting the food systems for the community Moala settlement that depend heavily on the marine ecosystem. Plastics are the most common ones that we find. I think at this stage we're going to do brand audits and talk to the multi-million companies to work together and how they can contribute in cleaning up the waterways.
Yeah, mostly it was Coca-Cola, AquaSafe, and we saw Fiji water was there as well. They were all here together, and it's all packed. As you see here, they're all packed. And we weighed all those plastics. It came around 27.5 kg. When we put down our trash boom at this area, it took us only 2 days. It was already filled with trashes, and we were really surprised. This is why we are starting to collect this rubbish, these plastics, audit it brand-wise, and then approaching these companies and seeing how they can change. This is we will give them data on how much we're collecting. This is how we're going to tackle it, by asking them if there are other ways they can minimize plastic, or also do more awareness in communities more high on how to deal with plastic, how to separate, also with councils.
Some people say this is a band-aid solution, but we're doing what we can in trying to reduce plastics from leaking to the oceans. So you cannot manage what you cannot measure.
Plastic is a main issue, not here but all around the world. There are initiatives all over the world, but this is home for us, and this is where we are beginning. We'd like a much cleaner and much greener Fiji, also much bluer.
Only 28% of plastic waste on Fiji's shores comes from Fiji. A quarter comes from regional neighbors, and most of the rest comes from Latin America, brought over by ocean currents. Fiji can't do anything to stop it. All it can do is clean up the mess.